Welcome back. All right, so in this video we're going to fight the harpies, and we're going to take all four of our characters down to the beach, but only three of them will stay. Uh, Most important part of this fight is making sure that we're guarded from the harpy charm effect. It really is a pretty song. All right, so we'll bring everyone down here, and before we commit too much to the fight, we'll make sure that we have Lizelle topped up on hit points, since we actually are going to get into real combat. So we'll sort by potions. We've got some healing potions to use. Thankful for that later. All right. So what we're going to do for this combat is we're going to have Shadowheart cast Calm Emotions on the party, including the kid. She's also going to cast the spell that we used at the very beginning of the game, Sanctuary. She's going to cast Sanctuary on the kid. So the harpies on higher difficulties have a habit of coming down and just taking a swat or two at the kid and killing him. So we're going to make sure that they can't target him. The party is going to move up here, so they're going to jump up onto this ledge when Shadowheart's done casting. She's going to run back up the beach, and then the main character is going to talk to Merkin. That's going to reveal the harpies, and that's where we'll kind of get started. So let's make sure that we've got Calm Emotions memorized. We do. All right, so we'll cast Calm Emotions. We'll enter turn-based mode. And we'll cast Sanctuary on the kid. And then we'll back Shadowheart up a ways, just to make sure that the first person that the harpies attack isn't Shadowheart. We'll take Lizelle. Jump and run up the beach here a little bit onto the ledge. And the same with Karlach. They're both really strong, so this jump is no trouble for them. You see that Karlach has a little more movement. And our main character is going to go ahead and start the encounter.
Shh. Listen.
We'll tell him he shouldn't be here.
Don't you hear it? It's so peaceful.
So we'll try and listen.
A sweet melody beckons you. It vibrates with magic. A harpy's charm.
We're going to use the Bard option. And we can use Guidance if we want. We don't want to use Friends because it will offend the kid.
The suffocating yearning suddenly fades as the spell breaks. You are free.
And then we'll continue the Bard option.
Ouch, my ears! Wait, why am I wet?
No, he's ours. Kill, or we'll kill you.
All right, so we're going to start off the initiative.
Fuck yes.
Come on, can't stay idle.
And we're going to use the optional range attack, Slashing Flourish. That gives us 2 shots. We're going to have to get a little closer to get a shot on the harpies, though. So we'll jump. And we'll see if we can get a little closer.
One day I'll catch a break.
And
What am I to do?
before Shadowheart runs out of rounds, we're going to run her into combat here.
Where do I go from here?
So that's one shot. Since we're level 6, we've got 2. Do Slashing Flourish again.
Ready.
And we'll have Shadowheart back up. This harpy is going to continue singing, though our party is immune to it. And that kid's just going to make a run for it. And we'll use the shield as reaction. We can see that we're immune to the Luring Song even if we fail the save, so no worries there.
I am fury. I am death.
Let's take a look and see where our harpies are. We got one back here, one over here, and one right in front of us. Since we're designed to throw people, or things, we'll throw the harpy, and then we'll throw a weapon at the harpy.
In my best interest.
And we'll advance. We'll use the offhand crossbow and miss. And then we'll switch back to our in-your-face weapons,
Still breathing.
melee weapons.
Despite everything.
We'll switch to Karlak. She's got reckless attack, she's got rage. We're going to throw this returning pike.
Easy as.
And again.
Still on my feet.
And since this harpy is not going to attack because it's just singing, we'll just take our regular shots. And we're just going to end the turn, let it sing, and then we'll take our full action next round.
Got to focus.
This is gonna feel good.
Take a quick look at what we've got going on here.
This'll help.
And throw again.
To concentrate.
And we'll have Lizelle do the same.
Taking position.
And that's it. So that's the harpy fight. A lot more challenging if you're not using Calm Emotion and your characters are not immune to the effect.
Are they gone?
And we'll use the Bard option.
Who are you?
We'll brag a little bit and say that we're a slayer of monsters.
Wow. I'm Mercon. Oh no. I had to get the gold from the nest. Mole will be so mad. I got to go. Wait, you should meet Mole. She'll be grateful you helped me. Find a boy called Donny. Tell him you want to see the dragon's lair.
Alright, so there is a secret over here. If we come down to the water. We'll earn a little experience. There's also, if we jump all the way up here and all the way up here, there's an actual harpies nest with a couple of items in it we don't really need. So I'm going to skip going there as it's not worth experience. And we'll come back up. You can also hop across these platforms over here, and there's a dig spot with a couple of items. I apologize, I've been pretty bad about pointing out where those sorts of things are, so I'll try to remember as I'm going through. So we're not quite done with things to do outside of the Emerald Grove proper, so we can, if we want to, talk to actual Alfira in the game. I'll head up and we'll take a look and see if I've got the likeness about right. Looks pretty close. Yep, not too bad. All right. We'll head back down. We'll need to recast that before we go in and start making charisma checks. So we're going to come down to the beach here because there's an item that we'd like. Actually, two items that we like, depending on what you've picked up before now. So the first is underneath this rock, which you automatically discover. We'll just move it, and we get the Amulet of Sylvanas. That's what we're going to use to help the tiefling that's paralyzed. We also want one of these fish that the bear has been pulling out of the water. If we jump over here and back over into here, there's a chest that we can get with some more items in it. So finding random items is a much better proposition if you've decided not to rob Volo and Barkus at every opportunity. We're going to talk to Tuffet, the bear.
I'm sleeping.
And we'll throw the fish that we just picked up.
Huh? What's that?
That opens the elevator if we want to use it. We're going to come talk to this bird, which I find hard to target, so I'm going to go in enter turn-based mode. We're going to talk to Topaz.
Shh, I'm concentrating. Does this look good? Is the coin in the middle?
We'll take the bard option.
He lets out a tentative chirp. Gaining confidence, he starts a song, abandoning his nest-building efforts.
Okay, so what that does is it opens this key to being picked up, and the key is the key to the chest that's right up here. So if we wanted to jump up and get whatever's inside of it. Before we go through this door and encounter Arabella, we're going to, real quick, have someone go in and heal the injured tiefling. It's a little less convenient in terms of running around, but I forget to do this a lot, so you might too. We also have Zoru here, which is who Lazal wants to interrogate.
Assume nothing.
So we're going to cast Enhanced Sleep, Feather Fall, jump on top of the building,
Proceeding.
and we'll equip for now the Amulet of Sylvanas that we just picked up. And run inside. We could rob the place if we wanted to. I don't really have any interest in that. So we'll go ahead and cast Lesser Restoration on Padrina.
My legs! I can stand again! Did you do that? Thank you.
Look, you're not really supposed to be here, but I'll turn a blind eye. Just don't touch anything, all right?
Sure, we're not thieves. She'll even wig out if we open the door, though, which is kind of interesting. We still have Featherfall going, so we'll jump down. All right. With that, we're ready to head in. This is going to be a pretty fast encounter, so we're going to talk to the druid leader. We're going to ask her to free the tiefling girl. And then we're going to prowl around and see what we can learn. Alright, so before we go back in, we'll grab our character, make sure that we're still wearing our shape-shifting ring, and we'll change our look again, and we'll do strong tiefling. And open the door. Now, because Shadowheart destroyed the Thaumaturgy of Thay, she's not concentrating on our bonus to charisma anymore. But we have plenty of spells, so we can do that. So we're going to run right in.
Please. I'm sorry.
This is madness, Korga. She's just a...
A what, Wrath? A thief? A poison? A threat? I will imprison the devil, and I will cast out the rest.
So we'll say she's just a child.
She's a parasite. She eats our food, drinks our water, then steals our most holy idol in thanks. Wrath, lock her up. She remains here until the rite is complete. And keep still, devil. Tila is restless.
Come, Korga. We took back the idol. Surely...
Do it.
So we've got lots of options here. We're going to choose the Bard option. This is a harder check. So we do not want to use friends because we'll still be in the room for a while. We don't want the druid to become hostile with us. So we'll choose Eagle Splendor cast by herself and Guidance cast by Shadowheart, or the other way around. So we can choose either of those. So I'll have Shadowheart cast Eagle Splendor, and I'll have the main character cast Guidance.
The words of the Tree Father, spoken plain. It is as you say. Sifisif, Tila, to me.
She's a parcel tongue, isn't that neat?
Thief. My grace has its limits.
It hurts.
Thank you, Korga. Master Halsin...
Halsin isn't here. Keep his name off your tongue, lest Tila pierce it.
So the little girl runs out, and we have the option here of checking out the plaques that are along the building. So we'll go ahead and cast Guidance on ourselves just so we've got some time for sure.
Forest rose with claw and tooth to tear the darkness from its roots. The mural depicts druid and beast fighting together to drive monsters from their land. It looks like they were victorious, and yet the monsters have returned.
And these are investigation checks. If we really want to get them, we can earn inspiration. So we could cast Enhance Ability on ourselves for knowledge, which is the fox.
My claw and tooth from root to thorn, the old oak's grove to wildlings sworn. The mural depicts a ritual, but you do not recognize the deity involved.
We failed the religion check.
This will all be over. The ritual's almost finished.
What if they tried to steal from us? The game.
We've shown them once.
The towers seized, the battle done. The moonrise broke the darkest one. You recognize the mark of the dark goddess Shar on the broken helmet. This army marched in her name.
So many dead. Sent to the Night Singer's embrace.
Moonrise must be a reference to Shar's divine sister, Saluna.
We can talk to Silver the dog, or wolf.
Another stranger come to vex me. What will you do? Hunt me? Grab my tail? Shout until my head hurts?
We'll say that we just wanted to give him our smell.
No, wait. You smell fresh. Safe. You can stay, if you must.
And we'll click the last plaque.
That mural.
In darkest hour, a concord made, twixt harp and wild against the shade. Harp and wild. A riddle to some, but you understand the meaning immediately. The druids turn to the harpers for help. Unusual for such a territorial group.
And that's a little bit of the history. If we'd have made all the checks, we'd have gotten inspiration for being a sage. Alright, so these things happen, and you know, you can save and reload if you want to make them all, but it's not really that big a deal. So we'll break the party apart, and we're going to go behind this bookcase,
I don't need any attention right now.
where we'll find a hidden chest. So we'll let this guy kind of path around until he's out of the way. So my bad luck to have chosen this exact moment to come into the room. He'll just wander around randomly. This is unusual that he's just sort of hanging out here. Alright, come on, guy. You're making me look bad. There we go. We'll enter turn-based mode to lock everybody in place. And then we're going to pick this chest. It's not a particularly high check. We have a lot of thieves picks. We'll open it up. There's a gem we can pick up for some money. A half-torn note that we're going to read. And this book is another book that will give us inspiration when we want it. So we'll open up our book bag. Dump that inside and read this note. And this tells us where we can find the letter that the druid has been exchanging with her contact. And that's it for in here.
These boots have seen everything.
There's a druid in here, Nettie, that we can do a longer exercise with, where she'll ask us what's going on. We're looking for a healer. If we're honest with her, she'll give us some poison and tell us good luck and go find Halsin. If we try to lie to her, she'll attempt to poison us and we'll end up having to kill her. Either way, it's not really a very high experience encounter, and it's a little long, so we're just going to skip it. The thing we actually needed while we were in here was the note that we just got out of the hidden chest. we'll head up over here and talk to Arabella's parents, and
What your mother and I have done.
we'll get a small reward for that.
You ever scare me like that again, and I'll feed you to a knoll.
Mom, I'm fine. Stop it.
Our little Hellion told us what happened. Thank you. Don't know what we'd do without her.
And we'll say we hope we meet again under better circumstances, and that's not going to happen.
Likewise. Arabella?
Thank you for helping me.
And she'll give us an amulet, which we probably won't use. And we're going to head up here and talk to Doni. Now, we don't need to. We could go through this hidden hole right here as well, but since we've done the...
He stares right past you, as if you're invisible. Or boring.
Right? Since we've done the part that tells us that we can get in, we can
He
use
nods,
that.
then reaches for a concealed hatch.
So Doni's kind of sad. When we were in the fish area with the Koatoa, you can find a bottle there written where he's trying to talk to his parents. So he's lost a lot. He can talk, so you can, if you conjure a cat in front of him, he'll talk to an animal. So we'll talk to Maul here, if she doesn't walk away too quickly.
Have a word. Well, look who's come to visit. My kids say you've been busy since you got here. I heard you helped Melly with that locket. I owe you for that. Mercon says you got him out of a tight spot with some harpies. Gotta say, I'm impressed. You saved Arabella from the druids. Don't know what those bastards would have done.
So we'll just say we're happy to
And
help.
we're happy to be helped. Now, what can I do for you?
So she's a trader. Let me see what she's got. Scroll of Minor Elementals, pretty good. Elixir of Vigilance is great. We'll take another one of those. And we'll say, thought you might need some help as well.
I do, as a matter of fact. Revenge. You saw what those bastards that run the place were doing to Arabella, scaring the precious mite. I want to steal that big, shiny idol they're all chanting at.
And we'll see what we can do.
Be careful. They look as brittle as old bark, but they're vicious. Anything else?
And we'll leave.
You've been a friend to us. Come back anytime.
All right. And she's right. The druids are pretty vicious. If we steal the idol, they will kill all the tieflings that are here. So we don't want to do that until we have displaced Korga from power. So we'll pop back up. If there's any further trading that we want to do, now is the time to do it. For sure, if you want to trade with Auntie Ethel here, because we will not be able to trade with Auntie Ethel very much longer. Once we head over to the meeting place, she will not be here anymore.
Thank goodness you came along when you... Oh. There isn't a bit of colour in those cheeks.
She's just repeating the same thing that we said last time.
Lotions and potions galore.
We can open the trade dialogue, and we can grab some more potions of Hill Giant Strength if we need them. She's got a potion of invisibility. She will end up being an enemy, and she'll use any of the equipment that is in her inventory, so we don't want to leave too much valuable stuff in here. and we'll take off. So at this point, we need to head towards the swamp and take care of the swamp area, find Korga's note, and we'll start taking care of that in the next video. I'll see you there.